Hey there. I do like beer. Cheers. And I'm here standing in front of the camera with it raining outside to do the have you ever, this is an original tag by Marc Nash. Thank you, Mark, for tagging me. And there are 22 questions on here, so let's do this. Number 1. Have you seen a vulture? Yes, I have. See them around here quite a bit. You ever had a portrait painted? Nope. Just not that important. Served on a jury? No, I've had opportunities to serve on a jury, but they pay you $12.50 a day here in Kentucky. Like 5 of that's for gas and the others to eat on, and town is frickin' 30 miles away. So when I was asked to do jury duty, I was either working, and then later on after I had, my medical issues, I just opted off of there. I'm like, I really didn't want to do it anyways. I mean, it would have been cool once just to, for something to write about. But I've talked to numerous people who served on jury duty, and that's good enough. 4. Had a fortune or tarot reading? Yeah, I've had my palm read. I don't know how reputable the person was because they screwed it all up. 5. Won a trophy? Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call it a trophy, but me and a friend of mine, when I was in the 8th grade, entered the science fair, and we made a model of the human ear using a mailing tube, a paper plate, a plastic bread wrapper, a stick, a thumbtack, a piece of yarn, and a paper cup filled with water, and it would emulate I'm trying to think of how the ear is set up again. Forgetting my anatomy. I know the inner ear, you have the eardrum, and you have the hammer, anvil, and stirrup. And then the paper cup represented the cochlea. Well, that's all. Anyway, we won 2nd place, and then of course I was in the 50-yard dash when I was in the 8th grade, and I was the 2nd fastest kid in the county, so I got a ribbon for that. Might have been a couple more. Those are the ones I remember, though. Visited a historical battlefield. Well, every time I go to the town over this way into a neighboring county, I pass a Civil War historical battlefield, so I go by it at least a couple times a month. Climbed a mountain. Well, I live back here in the foothills of the Appalachians, so if you want to call those mountains. And then back when I was 19, me and 3 of my cousins hiked to Virginia. We did 120 miles in 3 days. And the last leg of our journey, we had to go up over Pine Mountain, which is 3 miles up and 3 miles down, so 6-mile hike just to get up and over the mountain, from what I recall. 8. Acted in a film or play? Yes, I've been in numerous plays, several in school, a couple in when I was going to church. My favorite one, I played Tuwami in a Thanksgiving play. I got to be an Indian, which was cool with me. Tried alternative health treatments? Absolutely. I mean, if you have back trouble or different things, you're going to try different methods of treatment because, I was on painkillers for 6 years, and it just gets a little old, and there's no happy ending if you're on pain medication indefinitely, and so got away from that. And, there are other ways to medicate yourself. Not sure what those would be. Alright. 10. Left a restaurant bill unpaid. No, I don't think I have. Had a face-to-face meeting with your elected representative. Yeah, a couple times. One of the state representatives, I worked on his house. Um, yeah, different people. I mean, mastered, this is 12, mastered a musical instrument. Not mastered, no. I tried my hand at playing the guitar and different things, and I'm just not musically inclined. I don't have that. That's one of the 8 intelligences I do not have. 13, fired a gun numerous times. I mean, I started hunting when I was 11 or 12 years old. I was in the military for 12 years. I've fired literally thousands and thousands of rounds, M16A2s and 50 cals and, different ones when you go through U.S. weapons and basic training. And so, yeah, I've lost track. I've fired handguns, rifles, shotguns, you name it. So, yeah, I've fired a gun numerous times. Taken an overnight or sleeper train? No, I've only been on a train legally like one time, and my son had a field trip and we got to ride on an old-fashioned train. Now, off the record, we used to hop some of these coal cars up here in this old coal camp, and my cousins would let the brakes off. I didn't have anything to do with it, and we'd ride it as far as it'd go. So, but no, never been on an overnight sleeper train. Patented or copyrighted something? Yeah, I've copyrighted what few works that I've tried to publish or have actually published. And once I tried to patent something called the Bathroom Buddy and something else, and never did make any money off of it. 16, accidentally taken home someone else's bag or coat, etc. I don't think so. Ever talked a stranger down from a troubling situation? Yeah, probably several times. I mean, if you get out and you do a lot of partying and running around crap, eventually you're going to have to try to talk somebody out of doing something stupid. Sometimes they were trying to do something stupid that was going to endanger their health. Other times they were going to try to do something stupid towards me, and I advised them against it because they were endangering their health. So, 18, stood for election, no matter on what scale. I was nominated for the Citizenship Award when I was a senior in high school because I'm that kind of guy, that people just, I don't know, thought I was cool or something. That's all I can say about that. I was a little embarrassed that they selected me, but I didn't win, but still it was cool. Because I was a shy person in high school. Tried to fly a kite. Absolutely. When I was a kid, I had some homemade ones, and then later on in life, when my kids bought some, I'd help them. Never was really good at it. Had a letter or article published in a newspaper. I've had a couple articles published about me. Haven't been published, I don't think, in a newspaper, but I've been published in the college literary magazine several times. Bought something in an auction. This is 21. Not an online one. Oh yeah, absolutely. I've been to livestock auctions, and probably a couple others. And, so yeah, I've bought livestock at an auction before. 22. Have you ever delivered a speech? A lot. Well, not a lot, but a few. I had a public speaking class in college, so I give several speeches. One I can remember was on how to make moonshine. The other one was we had a big debate in the auditorium, and some people had to be pro-abortion, the others had to be anti-abortion. we had to be pro, which, you know, I'm not going to get into that, but we won the debate. I also spoke at my grandparents' funeral, both of them on my mother's side, and I gave a speech somewhere else, and I can't remember where it was at. But anyway, that was it. So thank you, Mark, for the tag, and there were some interesting questions on here, and I know you wanted to get the American slant on some of these. I think especially the gun one. So, but cool tag. So everybody check out Mark if you're not familiar with him. Let me have some refreshments, because this is what I do on here. I drink beer, point my finger, and ramble on. Thanks for watching. Bye.